Our PAWS team is now on the ground in Chisinau, the capital city of Moldova, where the stray dog problem is out of control. Unfortunately, there are thousands of stray dogs that are trying to survive on the streets in very poor conditions, suffering from illnesses, the cold and the coming winter. So we are here today to deliver much needed medical care. We are also here to support local shelters, and we want to engage with local NGOs and authorities on how we can solve this problem in a humane way.
Chisinau, the capital of the poorest country in Europe, is home to an estimated 20,000 stray dogs, with their numbers growing every year. The community here relies heavily on the work of private local shelters to bear the brunt of an increasing stray dog population. Supported only by private donations and the work of volunteers to care for and feed thousands of dogs every day, most of these shelters operate at full capacity and struggle to maintain an appropriate level of animal welfare. Many tell us that the situation is not sustainable any longer. Meanwhile, other shelters are simply overwhelmed and are unable to offer any sort of acceptable conditions for these dogs.
So we're at one of the private shelters outside Chisinau here now. This is a really bad situation. As you can see, there's lots of dogs. Unfortunately, this shelter has no intake policy, so they will take every single animal that gets dropped here or that just rocks up here. They cannot afford food, they cannot afford medical care, and a lot of the dogs here are not sterilized. This actually is just outside of the shelter, and we are not even inside yet. So this is just the dogs that have accumulated outside. No welfare, no medical care, not even enough food, dogs fighting with each other over resources. So we're here to take some of these animals today and to get them at least sterilized so that there's no more babies born in this really difficult situation.
Alarmed by the situation in Chisinau, PAWS has decided to provide emergency relief aid in an effort to help improve the conditions here. We will be working closely with local authorities and veterinary clinic Dr. Vet in providing medical care such as sterilization and vaccinations to hundreds of dogs.
We are setting up everything for our sterilization project, and you can see some of the dogs are already ready and waiting in their cages to be sterilized. We also have found a lot of dogs with medical conditions. We have dogs with broken legs, we have puppies with eye injuries. Here's a little one, for example, that has an eye issue. We also have dogs with transmittable tumors, and so we're going to set up now for them to get whatever they need from a medical perspective.
The first step in controlling the dog population is a consistent sterilization campaign. It is here that the help of our PAWS veterinary team is key. Just a single female can give birth to an average litter of 5 to 8 puppies twice a year, and if left unchecked, thousands of litters can cause the population to balloon even more out of control. And with a high turnover rate, many of these dogs will simply die in the streets. The experienced PAWS team is quick and efficient, sterilizing close to 200 dogs in just 10 days, preventing thousands of puppies from being born into these sad conditions. Long-term shelter space is scarce after their treatment, and once they have had time to recover, most of these dogs are released back onto the streets, the best possible solution in a country where adoption is almost non-existent. Older dogs, dogs with debilitating injuries, and puppies are also unable to be released. This is Vzhyk. He was found by the side of the road next to his dead mother. Vzhyk is one of the lucky ones who has found a family. However, as Moldova exists outside of the EU, adoption to Western European countries is difficult and resource-intensive. Additionally, adoption alone does not address the root cause of the problem. On the streets of Greater Chisinau, with its large swaths of barren land, industrial areas and parks, stray dogs struggle to survive every day. In order to measure and scope the real scale of the problem, an important aspect of our work on the ground is the meticulous survey of the stray dog population.
There's another one.
Hard data is a key factor in the process, and everything must be recorded repeatedly across several days.
What we're doing is we're following a transect, which is basically a cross-section of the area, recording dogs and cats and any details we could find, which is basically the gender, whether they are sterilized or not, whether they have health conditions, and then we're going to look for ownership signs, so whether they have a collar on, or he might have a sweater on, or even cropped ears is a sign that someone once at least took the time to cruelly cut the ears, right?
No. Try to get her sex, but no.
Well, this is really important work because we really need to know how many dogs and cats there are to plan a program that is evidence-based, but also track our impact in terms of whether we see a decrease in animals that are living on the street, a really hard life, or if we see welfare issues, whether they improve with our care and our sterilization programs.
This detailed survey allows the team to get a complete view of the stray population. Many of these dogs manage to survive the dangers of life on the streets by foraging or by the kindness of people. But for many others, the stray life carries brutal consequences.
You must be very old, huh? You have a tumor on your lip. Hi, babe. It's okay. It's really okay. Hello, love.
Today, the team has a duty to do more than just observe.
Have you seen it? Oh my God. Hi, love. It's okay.
An
It's
injured,
okay. Don't worry
frightened
about it.
dog
It's okay.
catches the attention of the
Don't
team
worry about
as it
it.
painfully
It's okay.
drags its hind
It's
legs.
okay.
We're just calling because we're doing the survey and we found a dog that is unable to use his hind legs anymore. It looks like he had an accident and he has sore spots on his legs and on his hip. Is there any possibility we could help the dog? Someone needs to catch it.
The dog catching team arrives on site and are quick to locate the injured female. After a few minutes, she finally goes under. Her paws are scraped to the bone, likely from months of dragging her hind legs. The pain must be excruciating, making her daily search for food and shelter truly a torture. Back in the clinic, the medical team prepares to carry out an X-ray on the injured female. The scans reveal some of the cruel realities that these animals must endure. A bullet lodged in her spine means her chances of survival are slim. The conditions of dogs like these highlight the need for a complete shift in mentality. The efforts of our PAWS team on the ground in Chisinau during this visit contribute to the improving welfare of some of these animals in very real, very concrete ways. But it is clear that there is so much more we could do. For that, we need your support.
The dogs of Chisinau still need our help, and we have a long road ahead of us. Please like and subscribe to help us raise awareness. And if you would like to support our work, please donate to PAWS today, so that you too can contribute to animal welfare worldwide.